Well, hi. Welcome back to Glitter 50. It is a work day. So much has happened. The last video I put out, I believe I was saying that I was going to go see my daughter because she had just had brain surgery, which was a complete surprise that we were going to do. And I did go and see her. Spent 4 days. 4 days? I went over on a Tuesday and I came back on a Saturday. So 3 full days there. 2 full days traveling because it was like an 11-hour trip over, and because an 11-hour trip because you have to stop for gas and all that stuff. So it is what it is. But so I left on a Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I got there at 6 o'clock at night, which, yeah, that's a 12-hour trip. Actually, I think I got there at 5:30, something like that. Anyway, but it's also a time change because she lives in Idaho, and so there's an hour time change. So that's why I'm a little confused because I don't know exactly how that worked out. Today I'm going to use the Wizard palette from Fantasy Cosmetica, and I might dip into Lethal and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'll show you the insides of these palettes so that you can see what I'm working with. These are the palettes. Okay. Because I'm wearing obviously a blue shirt, but I also have yellow in my earrings and yellow in my pants because I'm wearing Magic School Bus pants. I wear a lot of leggings, so there's that. And you might be wondering, why is she in such a good mood? Because I was right. It was not cancer. I'm so happy. Now, was it absolutely the best outcome? 100%, because it is not cancer. And anything that is not cancer is doable. Now, she is probably going to have to do radiation because they cannot guarantee that this will not grow back. But she is doing so well. I got to take her to go get the stitches out of her head. Her head she has, like, from here down to just above her ear, there's a scar, but it will be hidden in her hairline, so nobody will see it. This is just a very pale yellow that I'm doing here. I don't know why, but this is like the only look that I do out of this particular palette because I just love the blue and yellow combo. Yellow is my favorite. I think I'm going to go into, I have the blues over here, but I think I'm going to go into this blue. The one in the Wizard palette is a little bit purple, but I want very, very blue. And I don't want any purple. So I'm going into this one. But we got the best possible outcome. She has to go back to Utah in February 5th. She has to go um, because she has to do like a post-op type, situation. And at that point, she'll also meet with the radiology team um, and talk about radiation. But hopefully, they can find a place closer to home for her where she can do her radiation treatments rather than having to go all the way to Utah to get her radiation treatments, because that's a long trip, and having to do that trip, um, she is out of work for over a month, which is really scary for her because she doesn't like that. And she didn't work at her job long enough to get paid FMLA. So now she needs to figure out how she's going to do that, how she's going to do that and still get paid. She can't really even go back to her job. Um, I'm going to dip into this light blue. Sorry about that. Came out of the blue. So dipping into the light blue. And just going over the edge right here. Blend it. And then mix it with that yellow that's over there. I don't have a cold or anything. I'm just my allergies, and I know it's winter time, but for some reason my allergies don't understand the concept of spring or summer, or they just come all year long. So there's that. And if you hear the little house hippo, she's over here just licking her paws, and I know that that's a sign of something else, but I don't have time to deal with that right now. Now, unfortunately, while I was gone, Leia and, well, I'm going to say all three of the dogs, they like to play. However, there are times that when they're playing, they get so worked up that they actually fight. And when no one was home, that is, I believe, what happened. And our dog Tank is now like limping. I can manipulate his leg, and I think it's just sore. I don't think it is broken. So I think, he's eating, he's drinking, he's going outside to go to the bathroom. He is 14, so he is a little bit worse for the wear. Okay, so maybe a lot of worse for the wear. He's missing some teeth now in the front on the upper. The other dogs have some like bite marks on them too, but definitely Tank got the worst of the brawl. It is actually why I came back a little bit early, because I wasn't planning on coming back until Sunday, but I came back on Saturday because they had gotten into an argument, and so I needed to come home to assess the situation. And I forgot that Leia is a rescue, and Leia has separation anxiety. And I know that's giving her a lot, but she's also only been in the house for 6 months. So I have to give her just a little bit of leeway. So there's that. I think everything is fine as far as the dog hierarchy goes. Trying to decide what glitters I want to use, because I want to use them all, of course. The way I roll. And then I just, we're taking it easy with Tank, letting him heal and taking time, but it also, causes a little bit of anxiety between the dogs because he's not walking like he should be. I think I'm going to use this one. It's a teal, but it also flips to a purple and a blue. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just going to put that on the edge over here. Sorry. I think the dogs are okay. I don't think that they'd never really want to hurt one another. I just don't see that. Hold. I swear Grogu has Grogu powers because he just opened my door, which is really weird. Hold, please. Yeah. So he just opened my office door all on his own. So I swear he has the Force with him. I know that's very odd, but he does that. He'll open doors. Either it wasn't latched enough or he really does have Grogu powers. Because that just happened. I love yellow. Like this palest yellow is my absolute favorite color. So, yeah, I really feel like they're going to be fine. It's just Grogu is going to be 3 in June. Leia, we think, is going to be 2. I think we put July 4th as her birthday. And then Tank is 14. So, of course, him trying to get involved in a dog dispute at 14 years old is, kind of, he's going to be worse for the wear. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying that it's okay, but I'm saying that he's not a bulldog either. They're both bulldogs, and they have a little bit tougher exterior. He's a Maltese Pomeranian. He has a lot less oomph to him. Okay, I'm going to gather my other stuff. I'll be right back. Alrighty. So oh, I don't know if you've noticed, but while I was gone, I got my nails done. Tasha, my daughter, she has a friend who's a nail tech, um, and other things. She does my granddaughter's hair. She does all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to use my Tier foundation, and I'm going to start with the little pad. I'm not even sure how well this audio is because my mic keeps flipping the other direction. So hold. So we're just going to have to see the mic today because it keeps flipping around and I just don't think that you can hear me all that well. Anyway, so my daughter wanted and needed to get her nails done. And so we did that while I was there. I took her to go get her nails done. And figured it would be okay if I got mine done while I was there. So I did. I got my nails done. They're so cute. They're both kind of cuddled up together, snoring away. I don't know if you can even hear them, but they are. All right. I haven't had makeup on in a while because I just didn't do it while I was over there. I was just sitting around her house, um, cooking, cooking some meals, helping straighten up just a little bit. You know, just taking care of her like a mom would when her kids need her. What I did. So there's that. I'm going to use this is a Danessa Myricks Beauty. I don't even remember where I got this, but I'm going to use this to put on my blush. This is an e.l.f. Sheer for It blush tint. Sheer for It, I believe, is the name. And I'm just going to put it on there, and then put it on my cheeks. Ooh. Not even sure if I'm doing it right. Ooh, that doesn't look right, but it will blend out, I promise. Because I'm also going to put some powder blush on top of it. So it will blend its way out. I'm trying to work on using liquids and creams because one, they stay on longer. Like they stay pigmented more. So see, I can see that one little spot right there, but let's see if I can blend that out. That's better. It just needed to be set down with, I'm using this is ColourPop, Just My Pluck. Had this forever too. Have very significant pan in it. Could not tell you when I got it. I think I got it in a mystery box. One of the times I got a mystery box from ColourPop. I do have my lucky bag. I'm so excited. I'm going to open that one in my next video. I will do that. I'm using this came out so long ago. This is the Norns highlighter. It's old. It's very old, but it still works and I still really like it. So we're using it. It's kind of a bluish. Well, it did work. Yeah, there it is. It's there. It's a bluish glittery highlight and I'm here for it. I love it. I know. I'm very extra in my, can you see that? Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, give me a moment. All right. So now I'm just going to take my little highlighter or inner corner and I'm just going to go into the white part. And highlight my inner corner. There's that. And then I'm going to take that flatter brush. This is actually a Lunar Beauty LBE3. And I'm going to go very lightly into that dark blue. And just go maybe a little, make sure I brush it off because I don't want to get water in my shadow. Just get a little bit underneath the eye. Alrighty, now I'm going to just dot this out, spray my face, and put on mascara. I know, lips. So let's look at our lips. Now, let's use this one. This is from, I believe it's Melt. All the little letters have come off. So I don't really know. The bright pink. The very bright pink. But I think I can tone it down with I'm going to use, this is a Luxe lipstick or lip gloss from the Winnie the Pooh collection, which was forever ago. But Still smells good. And that'll tone that pink down. Just a smidge, maybe. Not as much as I wanted it to. Let me... That doesn't help. Mystery. It's kind of a reddish. Which again is not what I wanted. So all of that is coming off. Hold. Okay. So I ended up going with Hidden from the Lost Library. This is like a darker red and too bold on my lips, I think. So now I'm just going to put on some mascara, and I'm still testing these out. This is the Curl and Volumizing from Essence. Like I said, I have not used a whole lot of makeup in the past couple of days. So normally I'm putting on my makeup every day, but I was more concerned about taking care of my daughter. I went over there and she had still had her Christmas tree up. And normally, like the day after Christmas, she was taking everything down and putting it away. And with surgery and everything, she couldn't do that. So I had the girls help me, my granddaughters, they helped me. So this is the look that I'm rocking today. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, who's better than you? Nobody. Have a great day.